Hey everyone, wow, it is certainly good to be back. Back to myself, back in good health, but most importantly, back to the fishing.
Yep. Oh my goodness.
Good work.
Now, I haven't been on camera for a little while, and for that I am sorry, but I'll explain a little bit more about that later on in the video. Anyway, Alex recently took a trip out to Holland in search of big perch. Now, what he didn't realise was, whilst he was out there, I too was perch fishing, albeit maybe slightly less successfully.
Oh. Yep.
Another personal best.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
Oh my God!
This is a big bird. This is a big bird.
The wells of silence.
And another huge perch.
Okay, I think you get the gist. Alex caught a ton of huge perch and I didn't catch very much at all, but we'll just move on now. As late winter turned into early spring, I turned my attentions to carp and managed to get in on some good action. One particular session, myself and Omi headed down to the local canal for a couple of hours carp fishing.
Perfect. Yeah.
Bait for this session was going to be liquidized bread. It's something that really works well for us, particularly on most urban waterways.
Like that literally clouds the water up perfectly. You want it like out by that white bit. I'll be so surprised if we don't catch one. No! Yeah, I got it. That was jokes. Instant. Get inside his lips. That's number one. Right, we've got to try and get 3 in the net before Alex gets here. Yes, that'll do. Perfect.
Oh.
This one looks really decent. Oh, it is. It looks really fat. Go for it. Yes! He's definitely the biggest one I've seen from here. Oh, he's missing a fin.
Oh.
See that underneath, he's got a stump instead of a fin. Alright, you can go in there until Alex gets it. I'll get a little bit of bread mash. Drop it down. Lower the rig in, hold it back and down. That's it. Perfect. So by putting the rod all the way back here, I'm not disturbing the swim at all. Yeah, pick it up, turn the handle a little bit and then try and reel it.
Alex turned up a little later to help photograph our catches.
Quite big. Couple of immaculate commons from the canal. This one's actually, I think, the biggest one I've ever caught from here. Oh, it's not massive, I know, but still pretty happy. Omi caught one as well. So yeah, a good hour or so down the canal.
After the snow and the cold, Alex turned his attention to pike, just as the weather switched from snowy and cold to wet and windy.
Just popped into my local tackle shop, Jack Frost Tackle, to get a few pike fishing bits for the weekend, because on Saturday I'm going to do some pike fishing. All I've got to do is get a few more bits ready and then we're ready for the weekend. Anyway, now that the job's done, I can get my fishing kit ready. Going pike fishing. So, I'm going to be bringing along my fresh new 10-foot, 3-pound test curve scope rods. Oh boy, these look nice. I've put reels on these rods already. Both have 30-pound braided fishing line on them. Oh yeah, someone at the door. Postman just came. They're going to be necessary. Can't wait to see one of these bomb under with a pike on the end. I have got 2 float ledger rigs set up for pike. And we are packed and ready to go. I will see you guys tomorrow.
Morning.
How's it going?
Not bad.
Daryl? Is that right?
Well, yeah, Alex.
And
Harry.
Harry and Daryl.
Yeah.
Good to meet you guys. I've just met up with Daryl and Harry. Now the reason I'm fishing with them today is because they've invited me down to their local fishing spot. Now in a video I made recently, I explained I'd like to do a new series where we go fishing with you guys, and these two contacted me on Instagram and they said, come try catch some pike. And I'm actually working just down the road from here tomorrow afternoon, so I thought I'd tie it in and make the most of the trip up to Cambridge, which is where I am. Well, at least we got some rods in the water. Now we have a chance of catching something. Oh, we have a bite. We have a bite. Yeah! First one of the day.
First one.
Good work.
Beautiful.
We've only been here about half an hour, I'd say, and already got one. Oh, I love filming.
A little bit slow, if I'm honest. I was expecting a little bit more action, but still early yet, so we've got a chance.
Oh, oh. He's got a bite, he's got a bite. Just as we were saying it was going slowly. Nice. Yeah, good work. Second fish, and I'm still sat here blanking. Oh yeah, I've got a bite. Yeah! We got one! Yeah, it's only small, but he's put up a good fight. Nice. Oh yes. There we go. There's my first pike from a Finland drain. Not the biggest pike I've ever caught, but it's from a new place that I've never fished before, and these guys put me on the spot. I'm just so happy to have caught one. I'm no longer blanking. Yeah. There we go. Look at that fish. Right, let's get it back. See if I can do it without falling in. See ya, mate. Well, I was thinking how lucky I was earlier about coming fishing on a day where it wasn't raining for once. And now look at it. This isn't too nice, is it?
No.
Oh my goodness. Oh! Oh my god. Where did this weather come from? Yeah, blue sky. Harry just landed another one after that crazy rainstorm. I thought I was going to get blown away. The wind was so strong and there were bits of stuff falling off those trees into the water. But the pike don't care. Nice one, Harry. What have you got there?
A big pike.
Lovely fish.
Just like that.
That one wanted to go.
Just like that. A perfect release. And now the sun's back out again. What's going on with this day? It's so windy. And I'm done for day one of fishing. Well, that was a fun day's fishing. Thanks so much to Harry and Daryl for showing me around and showing me their fishing spot. And then tomorrow, I have a little bit more fishing planned, so I'll probably pick the camera up early tomorrow morning when the fishing action starts again. It is so early. Oh my goodness, I can't think straight. Try and catch some fish today though. Hee. Hello? Sounds like he's sleeping. How did he answer it though? Oh my god. Hi mate, I'm outside.
Hello?
I think I'm opposite where your house is.
You're right now, completely overslept.
I thought so, I could hear you on that phone. I swear you answered the first one, it sounded like you were sleeping. See you in a second. Right, so today we are fishing with Josh. He's invited me up here to fish with him. You fished yesterday at this same spot, right?
Yes.
And you had a few perch and a zander, which is cool. But we're gonna go back again there today. It's pouring with rain, really not ideal weather for filming and fishing, but we're gonna do it and try and catch some fish today. It's quite cold as well. By the way, that's not the time, but that is the temperature. That's correct. We have arrived at the fishing spot on the river. Oh wow, this looks good. So we're gonna be mainly targeting perch. I've got some worms with me and I've got a float fishing rod. Rod, net, and a bucket full of worms. Yeah, Josh has got one. It's down here, yeah? I'm poaching this spot, sorry. Oh yeah, yep. Oh yeah, we got one. We got one. Oh yeah. Yes! Nice. First one for me. On the worm. No, he's gone. Wow, that was a very graceful release. All right, we're going on a move. Oh yeah, yeah, we're getting bites. Yep, we've got one. What is it? What is it? What is it? Oh, it's a rudd. I was expecting a perch to come up. Nice rod. Yep, got it. I'm gonna use him as a live bait. Oh yeah. That's a bite. Oh no, it spat it out. My float just bombed under. And then it came back up again. Alright, yeah, go for it. Oh yeah, that's a fish. Yep. Oh, yep. There we go. Oh, he's not bad either. He's a nice one. Yes, we got him. Cheers, mate. Oh yeah. There we go. The weather today has been horrible, but just flicked a bait out next to these boats for pike, and pretty quickly had this. What a fish! Pushing on probably 10-12 pounds. Check out that! And if I hold it out, it's a 20-pounder. Nice. Yeah. Right, that's it. It is so windy. I hate this weather so much. I just want to go home and go in my bed. And to finish off the day in the perfect way, I have tangled my rig up.
Those of you who follow our Instagram account may already know that I haven't been too well lately, and that's the reason for the lack of videos. I've always thought myself quite strong and capable of taking on whatever, life throws at me. However, this winter, things didn't go quite so well. I succumbed to multiple physical illnesses, tooth infection, bacterial infection in my mouth, headaches, and flu a couple of times, which left me bedridden for prolonged periods of time, and that certainly got to me a little bit. Effectively, I had been trying to push myself too hard. As a result of the physical and mental stresses that were on me at the time, my panic attacks, which is something that I have had on and off since the days of college, started to get somewhat more regular and somewhat more scary. Now, panic attacks are something that is not life-threatening, it's not dangerous, it's no big deal, to be honest. It's just very, very scary and quite upsetting to experience it yourself. However, with multiple visits to the doctor and to a therapist, and doing my research on these panic attacks, I'm certainly feeling an awful lot better. And I'd actually happily say that right now, in this moment, I am better than ever before. The support that I had from my family, Omi, and of course my closest friends really was a game changer. That support is what really pulled me through what has been by far the hardest part of my life. Interestingly, as a result of being ill, I reconnected with possibly my best friend in the world, Ryan. Together with Ryan, we spent some much needed time out in nature, talking and learning. It's safe to say things are much better now, and I'm also closer to the people I love as a result. Now I'd like to share with you a session I did with Ryan not too long ago. He arrived at my house in the morning, and I handed him a card that I'd made the day before, a card to celebrate his engagement to Laura, his partner. As I handed over the card, Ryan passed me a small silver box.
Oh, on the day you have your special carp cufflinks for Ryan's wedding. Oh my goodness. Nice one, Ryan. That's so cool. Carp links.
Anyway, emotional stuff out the way, it was time to track down some fish.
Carp. Carp.
We didn't have too long, so decided to fish a couple of local ponds that we knew held plenty of carp. Starting off with a few handfuls of bait, we were confident of some action, despite the very cold, windy weather. We both used fairly small leads, due to the two waters we intended to fish being silty and shallow. Chod rigs with white pop-ups are an absolute winner in the winter too. Ryan was the first to get a bite, resulting in the first of quite a few small commons. The fishing was simple and pretty easy to be honest, but it was just what we needed to keep us occupied and focused on the present. Fishing is without doubt a very positive thing to do, even if you are going through a rough patch. Getting out into the world, breathing fresh air, and in this case, hanging out with my friend was just perfect. Ryan actually found a few carp in a sheltered corner of the lake, so I snuck round there with my stalking rod and some bread. Yes! The result was a cool mirror with enormous golden scales along its back. One and two. We thought about ending the session on that double catch as I was feeling quite drained, but Ryan rightly convinced me to stay and head over to another venue for the afternoon. Ryan's lost his keys.
No, I haven't. They're in my pocket.
No, they're in his pocket. By this point it was ridiculously windy, but we successfully got the rods out and baited up.
It is bloody hailing. On the plus side, it will blow through quite quickly.
Ryan's spot out by the island there, he's got his rods clipped up. The wind blowing into this corner, that's the spot that seems to be showing most signs of activity.
Jesus! The spot!
That was a bit hectic, had a few bites in quick succession and two reasonable commons, but what we're really hoping for is a beautiful mirror. There's not a lot of them in this lake, but if we get one, they're normally pretty special. We stuck at it and the mirrors have turned up. Really nice one too.
Oh, it's got scales across the top as well.
And would you believe it, Ryan's gone and caught another mirror. So this is the best session we've ever had down here.
What?
And it's a ghosty linear.
The session turned out to be awesome with multiple carp for both Ryan and myself, including two of the best looking carp that I've seen from this lake. Interestingly, Ryan and I actually took over the fishing rights from this lake recently, so we began clearing some vegetation just to make the swim slightly more fishable. In our next video, we'll do a little bit more filming at the secret lake to show some more of the work that we've been doing on the lake to make the place more fishable and improve the access, particularly on the opposite bank. Now here is a polar opposite body of water, our local village pond. Alex and his friends decided to call in one evening to try and catch a carp as they were passing the pond anyway.
Is it a ghosty?
Is it good?
Popped down the village pond for a few hours after dark, and Ollie here has caught a lovely ghosty.
Over the coming weeks, I visited the village pond on a handful of occasions, each time just going and feeding the ducks and also keeping an eye out for a carp. Sadly though, we didn't spot any. Another week passed before deciding to call in at the village pond one more time.
I'm back at my van and here is the tackle I need. Small reel, 10-pound line, 6 foot, 2-pound test curve, scope rod, net, unhooking mat, and some hooks.
It's such a tease. There he goes.
The fish were there in numbers that I had never seen before, but it was surprisingly tricky to tempt one of these sluggish carp to take the hook bait.
No, he got away with it. That's a big one.
They were eating it really well earlier.
He's good. I got it! Wow! There we go, winter carp fishing at its best, Park Lake. Beautiful common on the bread. It was worth getting out for a little walk, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Rain.
Well happy.
Well done, Carl. There he is.
Goodbye.
Hi, fish.
Well, that was so much fun. I'm going to try and catch another one.
Omi convinced me to lend her my rod and very quickly hooked into a fish herself.
Yeah, one's coming. Oh, it's really big. My net's not big enough. That's a good one. That one is amazing. Oh, look at the scale. It's a big one.
Oh my god! You catch that in there?
Yeah, just now.
Oh my god! That's amazing. Do you know what kind of fish that is?
Mirror carp.
Oh, mirror carp.
Yeah.
How long did it take to catch it?
5 minutes, probably not even that. White bread, that's the bait as well. From your shop.
That's amazing. That's a great catch.
See you guys. Well done, Omi. The co-op people gave us free food. Wow. Quite a successful trip.
Well, that's just about it for another video. Thank you for sticking around and I really hope you enjoyed watching. Now this is the point in the video where most YouTubers will tell you to go and buy their merch or to subscribe to our channel, but I'm not going to say that in this video, I promise. Instead, the thought I'm going to leave you with is make sure you do not miss Alex's perch fishing video in Holland. It will be coming soon to our channel. This is a video that you do not want to miss.
Go, yeah!